We're doing a Viper 16 review. It is a Viper 5, actually. I have had the wing for a little bit, so this isn't really a first impressions. First impressions went well. This is a midterm review based on my experience with the Freeride 17, Freeride 15, and this now being the Viper 5 16. I will see you in the skies. All right, get ourselves clipped into this Banshee. So one thing I will say is right off the gates, the one thing you notice when going from one of the older Freerides is that the risers have been changed. I'm not sure as to the Freeride dose, but the Viper has a roller system on the Freeride. Or, I'm sorry, a roller system on the Viper. Yeah. It works very smoothly. It is nice. I need to do some tuning to my motor. She wants to free spin a bit more than I'd like. Launch characteristics on the Viper, similar to that of the Freeride, in the fact that you don't want to get really a running start because it really comes up fast and you have to stop it. As soon as it comes up, you brake a little, power on, run like heck, touch a brake, up. Okay. So, first we test the air to see how it feels. With a Moser 85, it's just screaming in the background. I think it's going to be a lovely flight. I do wish I had my heated gloves. It's still a little yet cold. But there she is. One Viper 5. We're going to get some elevation and then we'll talk in a minute. So some elevation. We're going to try trimming to the green and we're going to try doing some things. I don't know exactly how this is going to turn out, but we're going to try some powerful stuff. All right, so we're gonna try going left. We're gonna try going right. We're gonna try going left. And we're gonna try something funky. Like on camera, but it was like a side power loop. What the crap? Alright, this thing's a psycho, man. Let's try some more weird stuff. Oh, that's freaking weird. I want to see what that looks like from the ground because I feel like that looks really like I'm doing a backflip. A sideways backflip. Not a full-blown backflip, but a sideways backflip. That's fantastic. Gosh, that's an adrenaline rush. This is what I'm talking about. All right, enough of that. It is too cold up there. Holy moly. Skirt! Okay, so yes, based on my giggle, I'm sure you know I'm having a good time up here. There's just no other way to put it. It's a freaking lunatic. And I'm sure it could have so much more done if you know what the heck you're doing. And I have flown this wing a decent amount, but probably not more than I'd say 20 times, if that. It's a great time, so it's more lifty than the Freeride. That is one thing I will say straight out the gates. It's more lifty. It doesn't dive quite as much. It spins more when you pull the brake. So rather than just turning, say, 45 degrees and diving, you go closer to a 180 and then dive. It's interesting. It's very fun. But on the ground, slalom style, let's just find out. All right, so we get it banking. Brakes, around. Take both brakes, turns around. Let it swing. It is a great way to annoy the heck out of your neighbors, I can tell you that much. You'll just be out here buzzing like a psycho, and they might enjoy watching you like to think, but they might not. You never know. The best we can do is hope. Dude, it's just a good wing. All right, so why would you buy the wing? Let's talk about that for a second while we're flying. We're gonna go a little bit less psychopath than normal. I would say this wing is good for someone who is maybe moving up from a C-rated wing. Comparable to the Freeride in a lot of aspects. It has a good amount of speed, a good amount of agility, and it is quite sensitive on the brake pressure. As far as the weight of the brakes, I would say very comparable to a Freeride. Anytime you go to these smaller, more dynamic wings, you have a little bit more weight in the brake pull, which in my opinion is a good thing because it takes much less brake pull to do a lot more. Energy management is definitely a thing that you need to be good at with this wing, as with any D-rated wing. Honestly, with any C-rated wing, I would say you want to be good at your energy management as well. Now, if you're just wanting to go out and float, obviously you wouldn't buy this. That would just be silly. However, if you are in the market for possibly a Freeride or something comparable, I would say you would be quite pleased with the Viper 5. It has a little bit better, a little higher aspect ratio than the Freeride 1, I believe, but I can't say for the Freeride 2. On that note, I believe the higher aspect ratio makes it a little more efficient, as well as this has entirely unsheathed lines, unlike my Freeride that has the unsheathed lines just midway up. So a little bit more efficient in that aspect as well. Aside from that, it levels out faster than the Freeride, which I kind of touched on a little bit, but let me go into a little bit more depth. So when you make a turn on the Freeride, you drop very quick and you lose a lot of elevation very rapidly. So it makes it really neat because you can gain so much energy so quickly. It is a very exciting, just high adrenaline. You know, you get that almost like if you're driving across some train tracks, you get that whole weightless feeling for a moment there. But on the flip side, if you're wanting to do lots of maneuvers without having to regain elevation as quickly, the Viper 5 would be more your guy. As with it being a more efficient wing, it just it's not as ground hungry as the Freeride. I love them both. And it is so difficult for me to try to make like if I had to sell one, gosh, I can't give you that answer right now. I have not flown the Viper 5 enough. If someone was holding a gun to my head and I had to choose right now, I would choose to sell the Viper 5 in my Freeride 15, and I would keep my 17-meter Freeride. However, I have had my 17-meter Freeride the longest of any of them, and I don't know if I'm just biased because I love it so much. I think that it's a more universal tool than what I would say the Viper 5 is. Mind you, this is 1 meter smaller, and then the Freeride 15 is obviously even smaller yet again. As far as efficiency, I would say this is very similar. I'm going to guess to maintain a level flight, this is very comparable to the Freeride 17, and there wouldn't be enough of a difference to make a decision on that alone. It's very, I mean, it's quite similar to the Freeride, but yet there's enough subtle differences that it makes it so that I don't want to sell either of them, because they're just such a good time, and there's just something so cool about being able to switch from wing to wing. It's basically like having a whole new airplane, but with a couple $1,000s worth of expense versus, you know, $50,000 worth of expense or more, depending on the airplane. And I think that's one thing that's so cool in this sport. You can change up so many different factors and just get a whole different feel for your flight. So that being said, I give the Viper 5 the thumbs up for me. I will say I have seen quite a few of them used go up for sale, which is quite surprising because it's quite a new wing, and I don't know if it's people buying the wing and realizing they're in over their head, or if it's too similar to something that they already have, or what exactly they don't like about the wing itself. But as far as I'm concerned, I love it. I love it a lot. I love it so much, in fact, that I can reason myself to have it as well as the 17-meter Freeride and still the 15-meter Freeride also. One of them may go up for sale in the future. I can't speak for that. But for right now, I'm just going to fly them all and enjoy it, because it's a wonderful thing. So one other thing I would like to discuss about the Viper 5 is how much it is heavily influenced by weight shift. As with most small wings, it just makes a big difference. All right, so I'm gonna go hands-free, but I'm gonna put my hands on the brakes because eventually I'll need them to stop all the chaos that happens. You're just gonna have to trust me. Hands are free. I'm gonna put them on the brakes, but I'm not gonna pull them. So here's what we got. We're gonna lean left. All right, now we're leaning right. And then we're gonna lean left. And that's a full wing over. And now we're on brakes. So, that's the scenario. Dude, if you didn't have to pull brakes to flare to land, which you don't have to, I guess. I mean, you could, gosh, you'd probably trip and fall on your face. You could definitely land this wing without the brakes. Obviously, you just have to do throttle to adjust your glide. But you could totally pinpoint where you need to land just off a weight shift. You could do, I think you could do an entire flight on this wing without using your hands. It's very tempting. It would be stupid to try. It would be a stunt for sure. And yes, I am tempted just to see if you can do it, because I think it would be really fun to try. However, it would probably be idiotic. So, that being said, I may or may not try it at some point in a future video. Drop it in the comments below if that's what you want to see. People, I'm gonna go land. I am chilled to the bone. Looks like I'm gonna be a little long tonight. Okay, and scoop. Beautiful. And one untied shoe, but that's okay. I tucked the laces for safety. And there goes my good buddy Bart. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the video of the Viper 5 16 meter. It's a winner in my book. Be safe out there, everyone. Get out there and fly and have a wonderful, fabulous, fantastic day. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go get this put away now.